All right, y'all. Um, we're finna go ahead and get into this Mavs Celtics game one review. Um, Celtics went out. They took game one. I kind of had them winning game one. I kind of had a feeling they was gonna win game one just because, they had already came off the sweep. They feeling high. They at home. Getting Porzingis back. So I knew they was gonna come out with a lot of energy. They was gonna come out, with a hot motor and win game one. Just because too, like we haven't been playing that great in game ones at the start of series. Um, I think versus the Clippers, we came and got blown out game one, and then the Thunder, we came and got blown out game one too. So I just feel like the Mavericks, they more of a team where they come out and they got to fill you out the first game. Jason Kidd got to make those adjustments, and then they play better as the series goes on. So they got game one for sure, but it's definitely not over. Celtics won 107-89. Luka had 30. PJ Washington had 14. Kyrie had 12, which is not going to happen again. Then on the Celtics side, Jason Tatum had 16. Jaylen Brown had 22. Al Horford with 10. Drew Holiday with 12. Damn, Derek White had 15. And Porzingis had 20. So, shit, everybody was in double digits for them. They played a good game. They wasn't missing shots, for real. They was hitting all their shots. I can tell y'all one thing right now. Kyrie Irving is not going to have another 12-point game. If y'all think that Kyrie Irving is going to come out and play that bad every game, you're sadly mistaken. PJ Washington wasn't hitting threes. That's not going to happen every game. The series is not over by far. Luka went out there and had 30, and his game was really not that great for real. Because he missed a lot of shots. He didn't take a lot of open shots he had. He really could have had 40. If he would have been taking all the shots that he had open, if he wasn't trying to get his players involved, he would have had 40. And he only had one assist, which is very uncharacteristic for him because guys are missing shots. And he was just missing, he wasn't missing passes, but he was getting too indecisive at times, I think. And that was giving him that one-on-one matchup a lot. So he was able to ISO. I don't know why they weren't taking shots. Kyrie was just missing a lot. He was traveling, losing the ball, dribbling off his foot and shit. Like, that's not Kyrie like. So I think the pressure definitely got to Kyrie a little bit. Not the pressure, but just I feel like he had a lot of emotions built up to just seeing how the media is perceiving him now and kind of how he used to feel about Boston back in the day. I don't know how he truly feel now. I don't think he'll ever admit it. I know he probably don't fuck with Boston for sure. And he haven't beat Boston either. He's 0-12 now versus Boston. So I know he definitely is. He itching to get that first win. I know next game he going to come out being aggressive first half. We need him to be super aggressive in order for us to have a chance because Luka is going to go out and he's going to get his regardless. So, we're going to do what we do. We just had a bad first game. We had to fill him out. We had to see kind of how it was playing another good defensive team, but a team that can guard at all 5 positions. And we got to see how we're going to deal with a big that can stretch the floor because Porzingis can shoot. So, the one thing that pissed me off about that shit, though, is that we kept on having people other than D-Lob and Gafford on Porzingis every time the screen was set. We kept switching that every time, and obviously he going to cook who guarding him because he fucking 7 foot. So anybody that's not 7 foot, he's fucking cooking. He needs some size on him. And you seen every time D-Lob and Gafford was on him, he flopping and shit trying to get a call before he even catch the ball and set the screen with his little fragile ass. He in Boston for a reason. He used to fuck with us, but we don't fuck with him no more because he fucking fragile as shit. Fuck. Nigga ain't played the whole playoffs. And he think he Dirk Nowitzki. Fuck. But, yeah, man. Porzingis is not going to do that the whole series. Everybody not going to be shooting as crazy the whole series. I think our defensive intensity is going to pick up. The refs, they got to let us play, bro. It's the finals. So I don't little weak-ass calls, man. You calling a foul soon as a nigga, you know what I'm saying, touch him like, come on, fam. Like, we got hands back. We moving our feet. We can't help that they putting I seen it was a foul call. I forgot who it was, but I think it was Jaylen Brown drove on D-Lob. Bro, D-Lob got like 3 calls like in a row in the same quarter. Jaylen Brown went to the basket, tried to posterize him, and then put his elbow into his fucking chin, and then D-Lob got called for the foul. Like, how? And he went straight up like this. I don't be getting that about basketball, though. I hate that shit. I feel like basketball now is way, way, way too soft. Like, I feel like, especially with it being the finals, you competing for a championship, you shouldn't be calling no tic-tac fouls. You got to let them play. But the Mavs going to come out and be better. Luka had a 30-point game, and he still didn't play. Like, it wasn't a Luka type game, and he's still kind of injured a little bit, which is surprising to me because we had, like, damn near a week off, and he's still hurting. But he been hurt all playoffs, so I'm not really worried about this shit. I feel like either Luka going to come out and try to set the tone first half again. You seen what he did versus Timberwolves whenever it was game 5. So he might come out and try to set the tone again, or Kyrie is going to come out and be super aggressive. One of the two, or they both might come out and take turns. I don't know, but we in the finals now. And Luka is used to this type of pressure. You see in the post-game conferences, no emotion. Kyrie, no emotion. Kyrie been here before, but Luka, he been playing professionally since he was like 15 years old, so I'm not worried about this shit. Jason Tatum only had 15 points. And for him to come out and say he was nervous, I don't have no fear in my heart.
And you talked about in the wake of the 2022 NBA Finals how much it just sat with you and you thought about it for what it's turned out to be years until you got back to the stage. I know it's only one game, but sort of exercising those demons in game 1, getting back there, getting out there, how did that feel?
It felt great. Be honest, I was nervous. I ain't gonna lie, I was nervous.
No fear in my heart. Now, Jaylen Brown, he balled out. Will he do it consistently? I don't think so. It's going to be a good series, but it's not over already. So everybody needs to pipe down. You know what I'm saying? Series is not over with. Obviously, Luka is not going to come out and allow them to go down 0-2. Or Kyrie. Niggas is finna hoop for real. We just need D-Lob and Gafford to stay out of foul trouble. I don't know why we playing Hardy so much, but Hardy be pissing me off. Driving to the fucking plane. Like he like the Mavs version of Russell Westbrook. And that I fuck with Westbrook, but bro, sometimes you gotta know when to try and ISO somebody and drive to the paint. Every time Hardy get the ball, I already know what he gonna do. He be pissing me off. Whenever they tell him to go to work, all he gonna do is size up like 1 or 2 times and instantly drive left hand to the basket and try to force a layup. He do that shit all the time. Or shit, maybe he'll rarely step back and take a 3, but that hoe gonna go. It's gonna be a hard miss every time, and that shit pisses me off. So, I don't care about him playing because I like the fact that he's aggressive trying to get a bucket, but the shot selection got to be way better, especially when you feel like you got a mismatch. You shouldn't be trying to force a bucket on somebody that you think is a mixed match. You should be getting that easily by creating separation. So, either we cut his minutes or he got to play. He got to be more productive in his minutes that he get. Not Hardy, but Tim Hardaway. I don't know why he not playing that much. But we need his shooting. We gonna need to shoot with this team. Because this team, like we seen the other night, shit, if they get hot, they all gonna be spraying that bitch. So we need PJ to lock in and hit his threes. We need Luka hitting them step back threes consistently and Kyrie hitting them threes when he has them. Kyrie just didn't look like Kyrie, and everybody know that. That's why everybody ain't really tripping for real. And I think that's why most Celtics fans ain't really just talking out the side of their neck too crazy yet because they know what Kyrie can do. You feel me? So, it was a good game 1. I think Mavs definitely come out and take game 2 for sure. We're going to come out and take games 2 and 3, maybe 2 and then 4. I think it might go back and forth, but we might come out and take games 2 and 3. If we come out and take games 2 and 3, then we're going to set the tone for winning the series for sure. I think those are the 2 most important. I think game 3 and game 5, if it gets there, are the 2 most important games of a series. And I think we're gonna have to do that. We're going to have to take one at home Sunday. We're going to have to steal that game. Then we're going to have to backdoor and go home to the crib, American Airlines Center, Dallas, Texas. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to get that dub. And then we got to build some momentum. I would say the 2-day layoff is kind of making a difference too because you used to just, every other day. So you staying more like hot. Granted, they have practices and shit like that, walkthrough, shoot-arounds, but when you in game speed mode, like when you already locked in on that and you're playing that way, having a whole week off, it could kind of fuck up your momentum a little bit, especially because we have been hot towards the end of the season and then we went straight into the playoffs. We took out the Clippers that got Paul George, James Harden, and Kawhi Leonard. Now, you can say they washed up, whatever you want to say, but James Harden had 30 at one point in the series. In the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Paul George had 30 at one point. And Kawhi was just never healthy, but shit, Kawhi's still Kawhi. So we beat 3 superstars on that team. Then we come out and beat everybody's quote-unquote MVP. We got him up out of there, so I don't feel nervous about it. And then we went out and we got AE up out of there, the second coming of Jordan. Everybody's the fan favorite. You know what I'm saying? We got him up out of there too in 5. So, you know, I'm not worried about Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They've choked plenty of times before. So I'm not having any confidence in them to go out and complete the job. I don't think that they're going to be well equipped for it. They've choked before, they'll choke again. And yeah, they lost to LeBron in the conference finals that one year. What was that, 2018, when LeBron was by himself? Because that team was horrible. So for the Mavs to have Luka and Kyrie both on the same team, I'm not too worried about it. And yeah, we're going to do what they do. Porzingis is not like that for real. I think Tatum is not really, he's not really ready. For you to come out and be nervous, but you got a Kobe shirt on, it says a lot about your game, sir. And yeah, I got Mavs in 6 still. Mavs in 6. And there's nothing that you can say to me or tell me to make me think otherwise. We got the game down to an 8-point game at one point, and we were playing bad. So just imagine if we come out and we play a complete game. Kyrie has more than 12 points. Luka dropped 30. No assists in a kind of shaky night. I don't feel bad at all. I'm ready for Sunday. I'm ready for Sunday. But, yep, that's all I gotta say, man. We took our L, took it to the chin. On to the next game. We know the expectation. We know what we gotta do to get the job done, so we ain't worried about it. That's gonna be it for this video, man. It's been your boy. I'm good.